In traditional Chinese music, music is written based on major scales. And a scale, major scale, is just a series of notes that's based on a pattern of tones and semitones. So remember, tones are two semitones apart. So here's a semitone from one line to the next. And this is a tone, which is basically the two semitones. So then all major scales follow the same pattern of tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. And here's a scale that's written in Jianpu notation, which is basically 1 is do, 2 is re, 3 is mi, and onwards. And it goes from do to do, so the next do has a dot on top, meaning it's an octave higher. So looking at the staff notation, remember that we read from a treble clef, and this is the staff which has 5 lines and 4 spaces. And here I've indicated the open strings in the red. Sometimes in your staff notation, you would see some key signatures here, which would be either sharps or flats, and that would raise the note here or lower some of the notes there. But since C key or C major doesn't have any sharps or flats, we don't need to worry about that. So let's build the C major scale. C major scale, C would be do, D would be re, E would be mi, and onwards, all the way up to C again. What you have to remember for major scales is that every major scale, the 3rd and 4th degree, is a semitone apart, as well as the 7th and the 8th. That's also a semitone apart. The rest are a tone apart. So if we are to start with C major, because the Erhu doesn't have a middle C, we would start on the D. So we would start on the re of C major scale. So we have the D here, okay, which matches the open string D there. And then we can go onwards to the next note, which is E. So D to E is a tone apart. So in the staff notation, we just write the next note up, and then that would be your E. So D to E, a tone apart, you place your finger here. Next, E to F, which is your B fa. So E to F is a semitone, and E to F would be the next space here, which is the lowest space on the staff. And E to F, because it's a semitone, it would be placed close together. The first and second fingers are placed close together. Next, F to G is a tone apart. Okay, so we put the G on the line there, and a tone apart, F to G. Your G is here. Next, G to A. We already have the A there. If you use your 4th finger, you would be putting it there because, again, it's a tone apart. From A, open string, to B, okay, A to B is a tone apart. So let's put the note here first. Here's your B, and A to B is a tone apart, so it's over here. B to C is a semitone. So B to C, we continue to go up. B to C is a semitone, so again, those are close together. Next, we have C to D. Okay, so C to D is a tone. Okay, C to D, here's your D. And C to D here is a tone apart. And then finally we have D to E, which is also a tone apart. So here's your final note here, E in the upper space, and then D to E. D to E is a tone apart, so we would put the 4th finger there. So the fingering is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it would be exactly the same spacing on both strings. So you would, for the C major scale, it's actually quite easy to remember because the fingering doesn't change from the D string to the A string. And so this is C major.